Sit back, let's unpack. It's MMA Shack. Today we're going to go over the pound for pound rankings for 2026. The end of 2026, I'm going to predict the pound for pound rankings. Let's get started. First, we're going to have the king, the GOAT, Allahu Akbar, Islam Makhachev. We're going to have him reigning, defending the welterweight belt constantly. And I hope the first defense is not Kamaru Usman. Please, God. And then the UFC, please do not make Kamaru Usman the first defense. I want Shavkat, Morales, and then anybody else. I want the more undefeated fighters. I want Islam to get the respect. Even though he already has it, I want more respect for him. Bruh, he is a beast, and I think he's going to stay champion for the welterweight division, defend his belt, stay the number one pound for pound fighter. And I think in order to do that, first defense, Morales, second, Shavkat. Or if you do first defense, Morales, or have let's say Kamaru Usman versus Shavkat for the second contender, or Islam versus Gary, then Islam versus Morales. One of those two fights in the year. It's either Gary and Morales or Gary Shavkat. I think Gary's going to be in play. Now, this is a hot take for the White House card. I know there's been lots of rumors for 6 title fights, 7 title fights, and Islam might definitely be on that card as a title fight on the card. But I feel like the best possible solution, the more fun, the most hyped, would have Islam fighting Conor McGregor at an introduction to 165-pound division. I feel like that's the only time to make 165-pound division. Is you got the biggest fighter in the world, star-wise, is Conor McGregor still. You got Islam, the current biggest star in the UFC right now, and these two always have bad blood with each other. This will set off. This is the best time to make a new division if you're ever going to make it in the company. If you're never going to make it in the company, yeah, okay, then don't have this fight. You could just keep it with the 170-pound division and 155-pound. No use for introductions. But if you're ever going to introduce a new division, I feel like the White House card, a gimmick card, I would say, is the time to do it. Best time to do it. And I feel like a lot of fans would enjoy that. Islam could shoot for the third title of defense. It'll be Conor's third title. The both of them will be fighting for a third belt. And I feel like that's going to sell. That could sell. That's marketing right there. They both hate each other. Marketing right there. And I feel like it would definitely be hyped on the line. That's what I believe. And because there's no American champion, American male champion, so I don't think we're gonna have an American headlining this card anyways, so might as well, Next, number 2. Okay, so the rank number 2, I feel like this is gonna be a hot take. Khamzat Chimaev. I feel like Khamzat's going to defend his belt once or twice this year against Imavov and maybe Strickland, or Imavov and someone else. But I think he's going to move up because of Ilya Topuria is going to be number 3 because of him inactive. I feel like Ilya is not going to come back in the octagon for a minute, and I feel like he's going to get leapt by Khamzat. Surprisingly, that'd be funny to see Khamzat more active. But I would say that Khamzat would jump Ilya Topuria this year if Ilya is still out on the sidelines, avoiding fights, avoiding Arman. I feel like if Paddy wins, we could have Ilya versus Paddy on the White House card. If Ilya's done, doing his thing. But I would say Arman, if Justin wins, Ilya's not fighting Justin. Ilya's going to be like, hell no. Ilya's going to go up to welterweight division, fight a contender there, then fight for the belt. So I feel like it's just going to be it's just going to be up in the air for him. So I feel like the he will move down one ranking because of the inactiveness. Next, Arman Sarukian. I feel like he becomes lightweight champion this year dominantly. I feel like he beats the winner of Patty versus Justin this year and beats at least two people this year. And I feel like he moves up the ranking fast. And I feel like he's going to be number 4. I'm only saying this because you're going to see, and later there's going to be a lot of losses happening. There's going to be a lot of new people entering this division, and I feel like Armand's going to be one of them, and deserved. You know, Tom Aspinall is going to defend his belt against Gon. I have Aspinall winning. It might be in the late end of the year, early maybe, but it's not going to be early. It's going to be late. It's going to be like October because he still has to get a surgery. So it might be like October, January. I mean, October, December. But we'll see. I have him moving up because I feel like he beats Gon and maybe one other person. It just all depends on his eye surgery too. See, there's a lot of ifs where Ilya's inactivity and on Aspinall's eye surgery, it could fluctuate this division. But I feel like if things play out like how I see it as Ilya's inactivity is going to play a role in this, move down one. It's not going to be a big role, but it's going to play a role. Tom Aspinall, I feel like he's going to at least get 1 or 2 fights in. He wants to jump back in there. He just wants to make sure his eye's healthy. He'll be in there. Let's do it, and I feel like he'll be good. Number 6, Omar. I feel like Omar Nurmagomedov, that this is his time to enter the division. I feel like this is how it's going to play out. And you're going to see why he's ranked so high. Peter Yan, and Omar fights Figgy. Omar beats Figgy. And then Omar beats Peter Yan. And Omar could beat Merab. I have him defending against Peter Yan and Merab this year, or even just Peter Yan and Sean O'Malley. I feel like he fights twice, 3 times this year. I'll say 3 times this year he fights. It'll be a very big if. But I feel like if he does fight how I see it, he'll be fighting. If he fights for the belt and gets a defense in there, gets at least 2 fights. So fights 3 times this year. Figgy fights 2 times later. Why not, right? Number 6, I feel like that's great right there. Dominant if he does win those fights. Now, if he doesn't, yeah, obviously he's not in the rankings, but we'll see. Pereira. He is number 4 right now. Oh, sorry about that. He's number 4 right now, but I feel like he's going to drop down because I feel like he loses his next fight. I feel like Carlos Ulberg beats him, and I feel like a rematch with Ankalaev will beat him. I also feel like Azamat Murzakanov is going to beat him, but it depends if he's going to get, another Yuri fight. I hope not. No one wants to watch Yuri 3 get knocked out again. No one really wants to watch fight. I feel like Yuri needs to fight one more time. I'm sick of these people who get 2 title shots right away and then fight once and expect another title shot. Like, what is this? I feel like if you lose your first title shot, minimum you have to fight twice, and then if you mess up that, you have to fight 3 to 4 more times for another title shot. I feel like it should just double each time. My point of view. But yeah, there we go. Next. Hot take. Super hot take. Movsar Evloev. I feel like this is his time. He's going to come into the rankings. I feel like he beats Leon. I feel like UFC London, he beats Leon Murphy. He beats the winner of Movsar versus Diego, also in the same year. He beats Volk, so he will jump Volk. Volk, I think he's number 8, I believe, or higher up. I'm losing track, but replaces Volk. Not complaining, and he's undefeated. So beats undefeated. He beats Leon Murphy, who's undefeated, and he beats Volk, who's a champion. Number 8 is not an unfair ranking. Next, Volkanovski, obviously. He's been defending against Diego. I feel like he wins this fight, but I feel like next fight against Mozart, he loses. And I feel like that would be he's only going to fight twice this year. And if he fights 3 times, I feel like he retires, but he might retire after Mozart. We'll see. I feel like Volkanovski retires this year, just hangs it up. You achieved greatness. You still, you're the GOAT of the featherweight division. So do not ruin your legacy by collecting all these losses. You lose your next loss, retire. Just it's okay. Hang it up. Leave your head up high instead of like don't go on a Tony Ferguson run. Don't go on a Israel Adesanya run right now. So just yeah, no one to call it quits. Next, Jan. Obviously, Jan is like thinking number 6 right now, and I feel like Omar beats him, so it kind of like replaces Jan, and Jan is going to drop down because I think Jan loses against Omar, and then all these other Alex Pereira, Volk, they're all going to play a role in them, so that's why Peter Jan's going to drop a little more down. I feel like that's how it's going to work out. Next biggest hot take, Mokaev. Yep, yep. I know. He's not in here. He's not in the UFC. He's not here. What are you talking about? You're a cow. You don't know anything. I'm brain dead, but it's okay. It's okay. Okay. It's okay. You can breathe. Okay. I'm not killing you. You can breathe. It's just facts. Okay. Mokaev, this is how it's going to play out for the flyweight division. Manel Cap is going to be fighting Joshua Van next. Okay, we're gonna have Manel Cap, Joshua Van. Manel Cap beats Joshua Van easy. Okay, then we're gonna have Manel Cap versus Pantoja. I think Manel Cap beats Pantoja, and then we get the rematch in December. Mokaev versus Manel Cap, co-main. Isn't that beautiful? I feel like that's beautiful right there. April, there's no main event yet. I think Joshua Van versus Manel Cap is perfect for that. Or the co-main, boom, boom. And then I think August, they do Manel Cap versus Pantoja. Or December, anytime in the summer. And then the end of the year, Mokaev comes back. Manel Cap versus Mokaev 2. They both up their striking. They're both going to be more entertaining fight than the first fight. It's going to be, I'm telling you right now, Mokaev is going to win that fight. It's going to be cinema. Everyone's going to love it. I'm going to love it. I'm hoping he comes back. He needs to be come back. Best flyweight fighter outside of the UFC right now. So this is his time. Next, Merab. I feel like he loses he loses against Peter Yan. He loses against Omar next. I feel like 2026 is going to be a rough year for him. I feel like he's going to go 1-3, or 1-2. I feel like he's going to have 3 fights this year, but I feel like he's going to go 1-2 this year. He's going to lose against Peter Yan or Omar. He's going to get the belt next. So whoever has a belt, Peter Yan or Omar, by then, he'll fight for that. In fact, Omar beats both of them. I feel like Merab loses to both of them, so we'll see. Then we got Manel Cap at 13 because he beats Pantoja. So I feel like he just enters the rankings. And then we got Pantoja right under him. And finally, we got Ankalaev. These are my rankings. These are what I think how it's going to be. 2026, we got Islam Makhachev still the king. Hamza moving up because of inactivity for Ilia Topuria. Arman moving up because of little inactivity, but also because he's going to be the new lightweight champion. I feel like he beats Patty, beats Justin, beats Ilia too. And so I feel like he's going to be moved up fast. And because he's going to be up that high, because Alex Perez is going to be dropping down, Volk's dropping down, Aspinall, I think he stays the same. And so we have Omar at 6, Alex Pereira at 7, the new addition, undefeated fighter who beat Volk. It will be the featherweight champion by the end of 2026, Movsar Evloev. Then we got Volkanovski at 9, Peter Yan at 10, Mokaev at 11, the new addition that will come back into the UFC, beat Manel Cap again, who is going to be the reigning flyweight champion at the time, take his belt, get into the rankings, be the flyweight champion that we all knew he was. Murad dropping down to 12, Manel Cap 13 because he beats Pantoja. 14, we got Pantoja, sadly. 15, Ankalaev. These are my picks. Let me know what you think. Please comment, like below, share the video, subscribe. Yeah, I got many more takes that will make you crazy. Awesome. Thank you guys so much.